Good evening and welcome to the Savage Universe stream. Hello to everyone who is already in the chat. I am JM, the community liaison for Aces, Swag, Free Productions, and tonight, the Savage World Media Network. I am joined with Savage World Media Network partner Rob, also known as the D&D Wannabe, yes?
Yes, howdy, hello. My name is Rob. I work on behalf of Misty Mountain Streaming. Currently, I do some of their Twitch stuff, their YouTube stuff, and try and wear headphones and cowboy hats at the same time, which is not going to work for very long.
But it looked so good. It made me want to get my cowboy hat. I was like, I got to get my Marshall's badge on and my cowboy hat.
I need to get the Marshall's badge.
The Marshall's
I'm working on it, okay?
Right.
These things came in one at a time.
We'll see what we can do for you. You're running a Deadlands stream right now on the Misty Mountain Streaming Twitch channel, and you're running Blood Drive, yeah?
I'm running Blood Drive, yeah.
Awesome.
This is an amazing adventure that you guys have made available to me, and I am extremely grateful. It is a great adventure. We have had some technical difficulties in streaming it, and I'm hoping that sorting those out that we can really start to do it justice. I have an amazing group of players who are all new to this system, just like me. And it's great to be able to learn something new and fun together.
Yeah, so that's interesting because this is your first time running Savage Worlds. This is your first time running Deadlands, and everyone in the group is brand new to it. So before we get to my next question, just so everybody knows, Misty Mountain Streaming is part of Misty Mountain Gaming, and they have great dice, and we're actually giving away a set of Misty Mountain Gaming dice tonight. In fact, let me pull up what that's going to look like. So if you stick around to the end of the stream, we're going to raffle off a set of dice. So we're going to be raffling off this set of dice specifically.
Yes, that is brand spanking new. It is available on our website, but none of these dice have shipped out quite yet. They've been on pre-order for a minute. Inspired by a partnership with a pretty significant United Kingdom YouTube channel, which I'm sure we'll mention here in a little bit, we slapped out some Weird West inspired products. As you can see, these have definitely taken a little bit of a bend towards the weird science with some screws, some threads, some gears, and whatnot. They're a set of hollow dice. Just to dice nerd out a little bit for you, they're made from a zinc alloy and then copper plated. So while they are extremely sturdy, they're actually empty on the inside. And the hollow nature of the dice and the copper plating on them makes a nice little jingling sound as you get ready to roll them. So since you're always rolling 2 dice in Deadlands, you will get to always roll 2 dice and hear that jingle every time you get ready to go.
Awesome. And now you're giving away 3 sets every stream, correct?
Yeah, so we're doing mystery bags. It's something that has been pretty successful for the company in the past year and a half. And we are guaranteeing with this version of our mystery bags that you will receive some of the Weird West products, and you can kind of take your pick as to what kind of dice excite you, either solid metal sets in the style, the hollow metal sets like the ones we'll be giving away tonight in a few different colors, or a set of bone dice, water buffalo bone dice, especially thematic in my opinion. Oh yeah, they took that suggestion. I was the one that suggested it.
Awesome. Well, if you want to check them out, you can check them out here at mistymountaingaming.com, putting the link in the chat. And all right, so let's talk about your experience, technical issues aside. How has this gone?
So a little bit about me. I've come from a Dungeons and Dragons background. I think a lot of people getting into tabletop role-playing games cut their teeth there. I started with the starter kit for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, and I've been GMing ever since that came out. And I've been having a great time rolling a lot of D20s, which is not a thing you do very much in Savage Worlds.
It's not.
I'm used to watching my players fail a lot more than they do in Savage Worlds. I'm used to hurting my players a lot more than we do in Savage Worlds. And learning new game systems is a goal that I set for myself this year. I've been experimenting with Cthulhu. I've been experimenting with Fate. I've been experimenting with Savage Worlds now. And nothing against those others, but Savage Worlds has kind of piqued my interest the most due to its versatility, due to its relative simplicity compared to other books. I mean, the Savage Worlds book is so much skinnier than a lot of other things that I've had to try and read to be able to pursue this hobby. But it's been a bit of a learning curve for all of us, especially since one of my players, Hello Sissa, has never played a role-playing game at all before. And in some ways, I think that made things easier for her to not come in with the preconceptions of, okay, edges are like feats from D&D.
Right.
Or, you know, this is your modifier. You don't really have modifiers. I give you modifiers. You roll dice. And you always get to roll 2 dice instead of just 1 die. And, man, technical issues aside, as you have said, it has been a great time just experiencing this flavor of things. I've never run because I've played Dungeons and Dragons. This has been an exciting chance for me to play something that is not strictly fantasy, that is not strictly modern or medieval, but somewhere kind of in between. And it still has that eldritch edge of being able to throw crazy supernatural BS at your unsuspecting wild cards.
Well, and I will just let you know, this just hit and is shipping out. This is the Fantasy Companion. So this is for all of your fantasy needs. This book covers everything from sword and sorcery to epic fantasy to high fantasy. I love it. I'm going to be doing a review of it on my channel later next week, I think. Anyway,
I'll look forward to that.
So what is everybody playing in your game right now? Because these are all Savage or Deadlands.
And I'm proving something to Crypt right in the chat there. No, this is all me.
It's either really good glue or totally. Last time we had the bald gentleman of Savage Worlds on the stream last Thursday, and
I see.
Landauer says he's not just the founder; he's also a member. So yeah,
there you go. The Deadlands is in a little sense kind of made for me as a beard having, bourbon sipping, sweaty, sweary American male. How did I not discover Deadlands before?
I always felt it was incredibly thematic to have bourbon at the table when I'm running Deadlands. Well, I should have.
Not a sponsor.
We should be sharing a glass of bourbon right now. So you have some people coming from D&D backgrounds, some people coming from no role-playing backgrounds. What are they playing, and how have your players taken to Savage Worlds?
So I lived vicariously through one of my very accommodating players as they were looking through the different options and the different backgrounds. I think they all kind of correctly realized that arcane backgrounds are fascinating, interesting ways to be special from the word go. Yeah. Not just skilled, but different, and really lean into the weird. And I made the mistake of saying around this particular player, I can't really imagine playing Deadlands without a huckster in the party. And so we got a huckster in the party immediately. We both ran out and bought multiple decks of specifically Hoyle brand playing cards.
Specifically Hoyle's? Awesome.
Yeah, I got the Huckster Bible,
there you go.
Complete Hoyle revised. We kidded ourselves out because we both thought that was really awesome.
Yeah.
And then I have a scientist, a weird scientist, and I have a chi master.
Awesome. So you have a nice small group.
Yep, only 3 players. This is, again, since it was someone's first time role-playing at all, and they were kind enough to let us stream that experience, we thought maybe a small group of personal friends and a, for some reason, trusted marshal would be the way to go.
Well, no better place to permanently traumatize them than the Deadlands.
And live on camera.
That's right, live on camera. It's a win-win-win.
I'm pretty impressed by the other people in our streaming community, how brave they are. There's a stream on Wednesday nights that is being run by a guy who had his first time behind the screen live on camera for everybody to see. And now we have players coming in doing their very first role-playing experience ever is their first streaming experience. And I love that tabletop role-playing games have the kinds of communities around them that support new things and efforts and trying and frankly failure a lot of the time.
Well, and especially with Savage Worlds, you get to, and Deadlands, like Deadlands has so many things going on with it. There's the horror aspect, there's the history aspect. And again, learning a new system on camera live is always a fun experience. As somebody who has kicked that football many times, sometimes Lucy pulls it out from under me. But I'm trying to
I understood that reference.
That's excellent. So you're running Blood Drive. What's happened so far? What's going on in the campaign? And it's Tuesday nights, and we'll repeat this again later, but it's Tuesday nights at 7, correct?
Most of our streams are nights at 7 because one of my players works nights. Right. We have pushed this stream in particular to Tuesday mornings at 10 Central.
All right. We'll get that on the calendar on Savage Universe. So if you are interested, you can just go to savageuniverse.com, your one-stop site for all things Savage Worlds, and you'll be able to just click on there and go directly to the stream when it goes live. And when the playlist goes up, we'll have that listed on the Savage World Media Network tab as well.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much. I was so excited by what you were saying. I forgot the question you asked.
Where are you at?
How far did we get?
What are your thoughts on Blood Drive so far?
So, being the only one of the four of us that has read through Blood Drive all the way to the end, without spoiling anything for anyone who hasn't played it or who hopes to watch our stream and not spoil the ending for themselves, we are going to have to trim a little bit of Blood Drive just to be able to make it fit into the time constraints of our stream, which is a shame. I would love to play every inch of it.
It's fantastic.
And it is difficult to choose which parts to pull out because it is so self-referential. Mm-hmm. So much that seems inconsequential or finished comes back later in a big way, which makes it's so exciting to be the marshal of that adventure because, like, I know secrets. You thought he's dead, and such as that. We have not made it out of Sutter's Flats yet because of the technical difficulties. After 3 streams, we've really only put in maybe 4.5 hours. I made getting out of Sutter's Flats a little more difficult for them because outside of what the game requires of you or suggests to you as a marshal, I required of them, each of their characters, that Sutter wouldn't let them on the drive unless they proved themselves resourceful and came to him with a horse and a gun. How they got that horse and that gun was up to them. Some of them already had a sidearm. So they're adventuring, wheeling, dealing, and thieving, trying to do this. And on the way, they have run afoul of Bartholomew Phelps once or twice. They decided that the Bayou Vermilion Railroad Company was a good place to steal their horses, which went as expected. They got a horse, ran for their lives, and learned a few things about the Weird West in that camp.
There you go.
So they're advancing their timetable. They're getting out of Sutter's Flats ahead of schedule because they're afraid of what might happen if they stay. And they're passing currently a fitful night, waiting for inevitable reprisal from Phelps and the Bayou Vermilion.
Now, you mentioned that this was these Weird West dice are done in partnership with another streaming team, and they're actually running Deadlands right now as well. You want to talk a little bit about that? So you actually, if you want to win a set of these mystery bags, you have 2 chances a week to do that. You can go tune in to Rob's stream on Misty Mountain Streaming on Twitch, or you can head over to, I'm going to just turn it over to you. You can give them a little taste.
So this is where I get to fanboy a little bit because even before they entered into tabletop role-playing games, I was a big fan of Outside Xbox and Outside Extra. Traditionally, they are a UK-based video game news channel. Both of them are. specifically Xbox. For outside Xbox and outside Extra is basically everything else. Mike, Andy, Jane, Luke, and Ellen are incredibly positive people who have become a part of my weekly life for half a decade or more. And as kind of a reward to their community for passing some goal years ago, they started playing Dungeons and Dragons. And they created the Ox Venture, OX, and then the rest of the word adventure channel to play these games. And they like to not only play their typical long-running Dungeons and Dragons campaign, but to allow different members of their channel to run different games that kind of thematically fit them or interest them. And when my boss came to me and said, so I've been handed this opportunity to sponsor a stream, I was like, okay, that's great. I also stream, but sponsoring someone else, great, cool, awesome. Glad that we're doing that. And so, yeah, they're going to be running this game called Deadlands. Have you heard of it? I said, yeah, I have heard of it, actually. It's something my uncle and I have talked about. It's like this Wild West, like Wiki Wild West sort of thing.
Yeah.
And said, yeah, it's I don't know about it. It's going to be these this Ox Venture.
And
you say here now?
Yeah.
Ox Venture has played 3 sessions so far of their own adventure run by Andy Ferrant, and things are getting good. We're down a party member already, and I have used them for reference on rules. I've used JM for reference on rules. It is a bit of a higher production value than our stream. They have a company and a budget. They have a costume department, and our dice that you have the opportunity to win are constantly on their tables. They're exclusively being rolled, and they're giving away just as many chances to win our dice as we are. And you can get yourself a set for free if you are incredibly fortunate.
That's right. And so there's 2 ways to win these dice. And again, they are thematic. They look great. They sound great. Cryptwright says you would make a good pirate. Next time we have you on, he wants to know if we could do a pirate themed.
Do you have a specifically nautical themed version of Savage Worlds then?
Oh, 50 fathoms. Just come on.
See, I need to educate myself. I be new to all of this.
Well, it's not going to be a long stream tonight because we just wanted to get on, chat. We're going to have the Ox Venture Deadlands stream on the Savage World Media Network when the playlist goes live. Cryptwright is looking over your entire site and has said the dice and the bags are pretty neat. And John Doom does have a good point. Is there a setting for? Yes, there is. that is Savage Worlds. Do you want to play villains forced to be heroes in a alien invasion superhero setting? We've got that. We've got Deadlands in space. We have Pathfinder now for Savage Worlds. So if your D&D group, Rob, really wants to keep with classes, check out Savage Pathfinder because we've got classes for that. And if the answer is no, the answer is still yes, because in Savage Rifts, anything is possible.
I love it.
Yeah, Vankil was right there with me. Rifts, it's in Rifts somewhere.
I will say to Cryptwright, if I may,
go for it.
As you're checking out the site, and I'm glad that you are, and I'm glad that you're excited about what you find there. If you see anything that is currently labeled sold out, we have recently dismissed our previous warehouse manager who let a lot of things go by the wayside. So if you see something that you really like and are discouraged that it's not there right now, check back with me in a couple weeks.
Awesome. Now, where can people find you? I know you're doing the streaming on Misty Mountain Streaming. Where else can people find you if they want to reach out, talk about games, talk about Deadlands, that sort of thing?
So if you want to see me, most often I appear live 2 to 3 times a week on the Misty Mountain Streaming Twitch channel. I have social media. I am at the D&D Wannabe on basically everything. I am not very active on them, but you can, if you want to reach me somehow, find me there, message me on anything, and I will get back to you thusly. But if you want to see what I'm up to, the Twitch channel.
Twitch channel is the best one to see. And then I'm going to put this in the chat again. So let me ask you this. As a new Savage Worlds Marshal, what's the thing that you are most excited about having already seen come to play in the Savage Worlds setting and system, Deadlands setting, Savage Worlds system, or the thing you're most excited for your players to encounter?
I'm really excited for my players to duel at high noon.
The dueling rules are a lot of fun.
We haven't quite gotten there yet. With Bartholomew Phelps being a gunslinging ace from out of town, and them having raided his camp in the dead of night, it is definitely coming. Probably in the very next time we sit down to play. And I know exactly which one of them is going to duel, and I know exactly how I'm going to tempt them into it, and I think it is going to be very satisfying. I love high tension, high risk moments, and I think that this is too long a conversation to open up right now, but I think that stories are most interesting when struggle and especially experience loss.
Yeah.
And the duel is a moment where even if it doesn't happen, the possibility of it happening can really bring a lot of stuff to light about the character, the story, and the people around them. So definitely looking forward to that.
So I have two phrases that have kind of defined my game table for a while. Is the dice tell a story. And my buddy, the first time his character died, he was like, well, if no one dies, it's not an adventure. It's just an outing. And I want to get both of those on my wall, like hand painted on my wall.
Just front and back of the same T-shirt.
That's right. It's just an outing if no one dies.
So hilarious that you say the dice tell a story. In our second session, when they were actually going to the Bayou Vermilion camp, when they were getting ready to lift a horse from the camp, I allow the chat to buy bennies for the players on the screen.
Nice.
A maximum of 5. I feel like that's enough to keep track of on a screen.
Yeah.
And Sophie RPG, a cosplayer, influencer, turned streamer and marketing director for Misty Mountain Gaming, spent all 5 bennies trying to succeed on a stealth check. Failed every time.
Yes.
Said, we came to the end of it, and I said, so we know one thing for sure, that Josie is not meant to pass this stealth check.
That's right. Oh, I would recommend, if you haven't looked at the rules, especially coming from a D&D background, really check out quick encounters and dangerous quick encounters. It allows you to do an overview of a fight, doing it as like almost like a cut scene where everyone gets their one cool chance to shine. I've run heists like this where I'm like, all right, what's the plan of the heist? We in our stream where we did man, Landauer's right. It's always bad thing in the bad place. There we go. Horror at Headstone Hill. There was this, we got to the end of a session and they were storming a box canyon. And I was like, it had bandits and it was, entrenched. And I was like, this isn't as interesting to me as getting my gunslinger to the duel at the end of the box canyon. Like that's where the tension is at. So we ran it as a dangerous quick encounter. So everyone got to say, hey, I'm going to go take out the snipers. I'm going to go take out this machine gun nest. I'm saving civilians. And I made everyone just make one check. And depending on how well you roll is how, what the penalties or what the effect of it is. And it allows you to kind of skip past the stuff that would be more of a grind and focus on, like you said, the really cool high tension things.
Those cinematic moments.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Bad place or bad thing at the bad place trademark. I mean, it's true. Why why don't, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, all right, well, Aerosmith does say life is a journey, not a destination. Crip Wright's on fire tonight. So,
appreciate you being here, bud.
That's right. Thanks to everyone for showing up for the Savage Universe streams. Rob, is there anything else you want to add before we do our raffle for the dice set?
Oh, just shameless plug, I guess. I really do think that we have one of the better growing, but still intimately small communities in our little corner of the internet. Misty Mountain Gaming has our Twitch channel. It has Misty Mountain Gaming TV on YouTube. It has Misty Mountain Streaming on Twitch. We have Instagram, Facebook. We're on, I guess it's X now. Let another can of worms to not open.
That's right. We'll sidestep that one.
We have a very active Discord where people show up and come in and out. If I've seen a few names come across the Twitch chat here. If I see any of you guys in our streams on Tuesday or Monday and the days that I'm streaming, I'll know where you came from. I'll be glad that you're here. Chat a few times, and you'll quickly find that people will embrace you, virtually hug you, and welcome you into a very strange little streaming family, but one that I am very proud of and very delighted to be a part of. And I hope you give us a try and maybe find a reason to stick around.
Awesome. Well, the chat has officially gone full classic rock.
Full rock.
Which I am just in support of. This is why we do it, chat. We do it for you. And we do it for the comments. The only reason I'm here is no stairway denied. All right. So the way this is going to work is this actually makes it nice and easy because there are 13 people in the chat right now, and one of them is Peg Inc. So I'm going to roll a D12, and I'm going to start at the bottom and go up. And when we hit our 12th person who has commented, we are going to give them that dice set.
Excellent.
I feel like that's the simplest.
D12. You really invested in that trait, huh?
Oh man, D12 in shameless rambling on stream. So comment now. Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do? Everyone comment now, and then we will roll up here. I'll give you guys a good 5 seconds. I will contribute in saying this chat has been awesome. It has shook me all night long, and we'll give it 10 more seconds. Everyone's like, now. All right. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I have rolled a 5. So we're gonna go. Tink is 1.
I can't count that high.
Double Failure is 2. Buff Dragon is 3. Cryptrite is 4. John Doom is 5. John Doom, welcome to a set of dice. I will reach out after the show, and we will get a set of dice. Sweet dice. Not just regular dice, but these dice here. Let's show them off again.
Exactly these that I hold in my hand.
That's right.
Coming to you.
Let's can we get one more sound effect, because awesome. And I know these dice will go to good Savage Worlds use. John, congratulations.
Let's just see what the wild die does for us here before we send it away. Well, it didn't ace, but it didn't crit fail either. So hey, they're fair.
Sometimes that's all we can hope for. So, Rob, thanks for taking time. I know you are a super busy streamer, and you probably have a stream tonight to be going on.
Sometimes I would. Tonight, let's see. There is. Oh, what time is it? There are a couple of guys streaming on my behalf, painting miniatures tonight, as far as I know.
Awesome. I have my. I've been lucky enough to convert a standing garage into my game studio and space. And I have a nice large table, and it is currently covered with Oathmark Undead. and I am about 15 minis from finishing up my undead army. And I have another box of minis coming in tonight. So I'm like, as soon as we're done here, I'm definitely going to be painting minis tonight. So maybe I'll put your stream on and paint in spirit together.
Excellent. Dave and Julian would love the company. They just passionate guys. They're painting minis one way or the other. So we just encourage them to turn the cameras on while they did it and hang out with other people, you know?
Awesome. Well, hey, when your stream finishes up, I'd love to have you back on and just talk about how it went.
I would be delighted by that. Hopefully I have some more good stories to tell you.
Excellent. Well, next week we will be streaming with the Favored Few. And then as a special end of the month, I think I've got 2 streams lined up for the last month of August. We'll post the schedule. Definitely check out the Tuesday newsletter. If you're not following the PEG newsletter, jump over to peginc.com, follow the newsletter. Every week it goes out on Tuesday, get a bunch of PEG information. Also, please go over to Savage Universe. There is a ton of new stuff, putting up new articles all the time. I've got another article going up on Saturday, I believe. I can't talk about it yet. But we got a great article from an ACE, an announcement from an ACE partner. I want to have you on and boost your signal. If you have put out something fun for everybody to use under the free use license, if you've got something on swag, if you're an ACE, if you're a Savage World Media Network, if you've got a stream, a podcast, a review, send me an email at info@savageuniverse.com. Go to savageuniverse.com. There's at the bottom of every page is my email, because if there's one thing I'm better at than boosting for you guys is, putting my name on everything. So go.
Hey, if he has me on, he'll have anyone on. So.
That's right. And so I will remind you, Rob, for our wrap-up stream that we need a pirate.
Pirate. Okay.
That's right.
I'll see what I can do. Do I have to actually remove the eye, or can I just wear the patch?
I think. Well, as long as you don't move the patch, no one will know.
I'm an expert at not moving.
I think Tink bought a set of bone dice. Awesome. All right. Well, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Go out there, play some Savage Worlds. May all of your dice roll be aces. And I will see you all next Thursday for more Savage Universe. Have a good one, everybody.